Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Welcome back to Mastodon Comics and Collecting. As always, I'm your host, La Mastodon. This is my top 50 indie books in my collection. This is basically a response to a Hylia Comic Bros video that I watched earlier. It's a great video. I recommend you check it out. I'm going to drop the link in the description below. For me, it was difficult to pick out top 50 indie books in my collection. I love all my books, so it's like ranking albums. Sometimes I just can't do it. So most of this was pulled out at random. So I hope you enjoy. These are books that mean a certain deal to me. And I picked out 40 single issues and 10 trade paperbacks because it's my freaking video and I'm going to pick the books that I want. Without further ado, The Goon in Heaps of Ruination. This is number 3, in the trade paperbacks for The Goon. Great book. Love Eric Powell's stuff. The Surrogates. Great story about a future ruled by people sitting at home while their robotic selves do all the work. Wanted. Mark Millar goodness. Check it out. Great story. Sin City, book number 4. That Yellow Bastard. Probably my favorite in the series because that yellow bastard gets his just desserts. Project Superpowers from Dynamite. All Golden Age superheroes. Alex Ross goodness. Gotta love it. Project Black Cross from Warren Ellis. Out of the pages of Project Superpowers. Great cover, great story. Check it out. Deep into indie territory, Mr. Marsh from Nathan and Stacy Pinzano. Great husband and wife team. Great story. Great self-taught artist. Southern Bastards. Great story from Jason Aaron and Jason Latour. Specifically for this cover, this is issue 10. Love it. Apama, the Undiscovered Animal. Another great deep indie territory book. Ted Secor and Milo Miller. Apama, the Undiscovered Animal. Donny Cates goodness. God, country. Need I say more? You can't go wrong with the GIF. Keith Giffen, Trencher. Speaking of Apama, this is the spin-off, Tap Dance Killer. And this is Punchline, DC. Figure it out. I can't help it. I grew up on Liefeld, and that's how I got into comics. I don't apologize for that, and I don't apologize for him either. What collection isn't complete without some Jim Lee Wildcats? Wildcats. They have invincible power. Warzone. Great little book. Shriver, 92. Warriors of Plasm, number 1. And number 2 from Defiant Comics. Jim Shooter, independent company. Sonatus, number 3. Favorite cover in the 3-issue series. Great little story from Alterna Comics. Scary Tales. Number 1 from Charlton Comics. Mr. Joe Staten on that. One of my favorite Phantom covers from Gold Key Comics. This is a George Wilson cover. Love it. Punching that guy out. Another beautiful Phantom cover from Charlton Comics. Nora, issue number 4, my favorite cover in that series. Great book from Casey Pierce at Source Point Press. Another deep indie book from a group of guys from New England. Mystery Man, number 1, HB Comics. Murder Falcon. I'm a metalhead, so yeah. Megalith. You gotta love it. Jack Kirby goodness from Topps Comics. Night Glider. The Phantom, number 62. Great little book. Beyond the Grave, number 1. Witch. Blood Realm, number 1, from Alterna Comics. Great little story from Robert Geronimo, Thomas Maurer. Doesn't have a lot of dialogue, but it doesn't need it. Bloodshot, need I say more? Holofoil cover. Great book, 12-issue series from Garth Ennis and Koran Satsuka, Aftershock Comics. This is issue number 11, my favorite cover of the series. Just go do it. Do it. God damn it, do it. Howard Shaken Goodness, American Flag, number 1. Cal Exit, another great Black Mass Studios book about basically not apocalyptic, but post California exiting the United States, whatever. Captain Victory, number 1, Jack Kirby goodness. The Croak, number 1, and the 3-issue series from Cody Souza. Alterna Comics. Great little horror story. Another great book. Deep indie stuff. Great cover. Great story. I loved it. Dark Red. I love all the covers in this series, so it was hard to pick one, so I just picked this one. That's the reason I started picking the series up. Tim Seeley. And this, Hialeah Comic Bro, is What Dead Rabbits Turn Into. Dead Eyes. Great book. Loved it. Love what it's come into. Love its perseverance. Demon Hunter from Atlas Comics. That's Atlas Seaboard, not the Atlas of the 50s. More Jack Kirby goodness. But this is a Kato book. Kato cover, so, still great. Diablo House. Great ode to 70s horror in the format of Creep Show. I had to have that Rat Rod cover. I had to. Dreadstar, issue number 1, Epic Comics. Now I know Epic Comics is technically a Marvel imprint, but in the words of Hialeah, this is my goddamn video. Suck it. Jim Steranko, The Fly, Red Circle Comics Group, number 1. Favorite cover in this ongoing series. My favorite current series. Gideon Falls, issue number 9. Gun Fury from Aircell Comics. It's a Canadian company. No longer in business. It's unfortunate because the world needs more Gun Fury. Ice Cream Man, number 8. The variant. And no, this isn't on my list because it was skyrocketed after it was released. I just like that cover. The clown eating his ice cream in a box. Jacked. Issue number 1. Just go check it out. Kill the Minotaur. Same deal as Jacked. Check it out. This is my favorite in the series, 6-issue series. Great little story. Gideon Falls replaced this one as my favorite ongoing series because this one ended at 20 issues. This is a very nice little ode to pre-code horror, strangulation cover. And last but not least, Lunatic Binge from Eternity Comics. Eternity's Halloween Special by Madman. First annual. Love it. It's one of my favorite covers in my collection. Just look. He's carrying a head. That's it for my top 50. This is probably the only top 50 you will see from me because, as I said, it's just too difficult and I couldn't be bothered. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumb it down. Tell me why in the comments. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine. I don't really want to hear it. Thank you, everyone, for checking out the video. Check out some other good videos. Not necessarily on my channel, but there's a lot of guys out there making great content. In the meantime, keep collecting, keep reading, and keep sharing.